So just about set now. And on the hill, Scott Blewett. What should we keep an eye on here?
Well, they're going with the opener. An interesting look. He's probably only going to pitch an inning, maybe two at the most, and it's going to be unconventional. I think he's going to pitch backwards, more off speed, and then fastballs late.
Here's the left fielder, Lars Nootbaar. And that's outside. And here we go on Jackie Robinson Day. Hauls it in for the out. And there's one down. Now we take this Cardinals lineup. This group was shut out their last game, so we're going to see if they can bounce back with a better effort here today.
And Boog, it can get in your head a little bit when you get shut out. You're frustrated. You're seeing that consecutive streak of innings you haven't scored, and you want to get off to a great start, score early, because if you don't, you feel like it could linger into 2 consecutive games, which no one wants to be a part of.
Popped up right side. Olsen should have this one. Brings it in. 2 down.
Ball's just not carrying the first tonight.
Now, you would actually say that to your teammate in the dugout?
No, I'm not that cruel, but someone would say it to me, and I'm sure it's probably been said before.
Go, Scott. Come on, Scott.
Hard hit, right side. Handles, throws to first. St. Louis goes down in order. And down in order go the Cardinals. And now the Braves, with their first chance to hit, were scoreless. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Back here with my pal Singy. On the mound for this one, Steven Matz. What's the scouting report on him?
4-pitch guy. He's got some options to work with in terms of keeping hitters off balance. So we'll see how he decides to utilize those weapons through this start here, and whether or not he's able to mix them all in early, or if he wants to hold something back a little bit later, maybe second, third time through the order, and give them something they haven't seen. It's tough when you know a guy's got that in his back pocket. As a hitter, you really have to stay on your toes.
Check swing, and he went. It's a ball and 2 strikes. And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout. And the batter now, Austin Riley. And that drops in for a strike. Riley was a kid in high school that was scouted by most teams as a pitcher. In fact, 95% of the teams wanted him as a pitcher. And I actually asked him, were you interested in being drafted as a pitcher? And he told me directly, no, I hated it. My arm hurt all the time. Into center. That one gets down for a hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
Next offering is fouled back. And the 0-2. Liner caught at second. Here's Brian Snitker's lineup for the Braves. And an important bat for them, batting fifth in this one, Ozzie Albies.
Well, he's an important part of this lineup for sure. I mean, there's no doubt about it, Boog. It's somebody that they try to feed off of. He does a lot of things, very well up there at the plate. He's got a presence about him, and, he's a guy that you really kind of like to watch swing the bat.
And foul ball. Riley off of first with 2 away. That one ran inside, almost got him. And the pitch. Hit hard on the ground is short. Throws across the diamond, and Olsen is set down. And that is that. One left for Atlanta. We played an inning, no score. Second inning set to go. And stepping in for the Cardinals, Nolan Arenado. Blew it back to work. Ball one there. Fought off foul. The 1-1. Just missed. On the ground to first. Olsen handles the chance. He takes it on his own. 1 up, 1 down. Alec Burleson digs in now. He's someone that really beats up on right-handed pitching. The lefties, however, give him a little bit more trouble. And that one lifted in the air center field. Harris has a beat on it. 2 away. Two down, base is empty. Now
taken high in the draft. He's had that top prospect label over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
And that one clips the corner.
Looks like a really good fastball today. You can hear that catcher's mitt popping. Looking forward to hearing a lot of that one in this one.
Breaking ball misses down and away. The 1-1 is fouled off.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Nothing doing here this half. Now to the bottom of the second. No score. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom half of inning number 2. Here is Ozzie. And that is downstairs. Ball 1. Right through there for a strike. Umpiring behind the dish for us, maybe the best name in the league.
Yeah, that's a solid one, no doubt. I mean, who's better to ask than you? I kind of wonder if Rusty's his actual name or just a nickname.
Yeah, no clue. And foul ball.
Anyways, Rusty's got a good zone, very good on the corners of the plate, but he'll give pitchers a little bit above the letters and below the knees if they're earning it.
And there's a fly ball deep right field. Going back on this one. Hits the fence. And that's a leadoff double.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. Textbook bat control right there. Got a pitch on the outside, saw it deep into the zone, and just barreled it up, went the other way for the knock. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
And here is Michael Harris II. Rolled softly, but that goes foul. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Bottom half of inning number 2. In for a strike. 0-2 now.
Well, you can't expect to get a great pitch to hit with an open base and a runner on second. He's going to have to really tighten up his sights here. Make sure that he can barrel up the ball.
Pitch misses there, and the count is 1-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Albies leads off second with nobody out. And that one is lifted in the air. Nootbaar sizing this one up, puts it away for the out. So here's Murphy now. Good power, not great in the OBP department.
He's hitting for that pop. Came out of the gates really strong. Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
Throws to first in time. Here's Jared Kelenic. Yeah, that's fouled off. And he swings over the top there.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good. And then by the time he gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Swing and a miss and a changeup in the dirt. Pages down to first. Got him. Inning over on the strikeout. Braves strand one. We'll move to the third with no score. Back here in Atlanta, now at the plate, Pedro Pages. Blew it, 28 years old. They got him off of waivers earlier this season. That pitch gets the corner, and it's 0-1.
Well, the key to his success is getting ahead early in the count. He cannot afford to go deep in the counts. Doesn't have a ton of swing and miss stuff, so he's going to have to work efficiently.
Late on that fastball.
Talk about tying a guy up. That was ugly.
On the ground to third. Riley fires to first. One up, one down. And up next for St. Louis, Victor Scott. Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. Got it started a little too early. Strike one. His speed factor into his ability to go get it.
It's heartbreaking for the hitter because off the bat, he thinks This ball is going to get down. Because of that speed and the ability to make up so much ground, he enters the picture and breaks a guy's heart. There's one guy that I can think about, Boog, who started as a third baseman, Alex Gordon, and then became an elite perennial Gold Glover out in left field for the Kansas City Royals. But he's a guy, when you watch him play, you would imagine that that's all he ever played in his life was the outfield.
1 out, bases empty. Just missed. Yeah, some guys just have instincts, right? I mean, that's the way it goes. We talk about Larry Walker, the Hall of Famer, and his instinct on the bases, despite the fact that he didn't play a ton of baseball as a kid. And it remains 2-2. Remember Mark Kotsay was a real good defensive outfielder. Good instincts, not great speed. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. Chase the fastball up the ladder for strike 3.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
And now the shortstop, Mason Wynn. And it's fouled away. Top of the 3rd, no score. Line drive. Tosses to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Redbirds down quietly, and we are still scoreless. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here's Orlando Arcia. First pitch just misses. That one missing inside.
2-0.
And now 2-1.
2-1.
In the air, left field. Nootbaar sizes this one up, puts it away for the out. And there's one down. Here's Alex Verdugo. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. That's hard hit on the line. Out number 2.
Not fooled at all right there. He was clearly all over it, but sometimes you hit it too hard and right at someone. You're looking for one of those bloop hits to get a knock sometimes.
Austin Riley at the plate. 1 for 1 with a single so far. And first offering is fouled off. Oh, look at the stop. To his knee, the throw, and very nicely done for the out.
That was a great job of doing the math. He had the perfect angle, diving stop. That ends the inning.
Back at Truist Park, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Lars Nootbaar. And a base hit right there. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Everything came together for him. That was one of those swings that feels like you're swinging an aluminum bat. It jumped off so hard, squared it up, and it went screaming at 108 miles per hour.
Go ahead, run on base. Next. And that's ball one.
Well, here's a good opportunity in this inning to get on the scoreboard after that leadoff hit, and hardly order coming up right to get going.
Close one, doesn't get the call. Now 2-0. Swinging a foul out of play. Here at first. That misses. 3-1 now.
On this count, runner not known for his speed, but I think you got to put him in motion. Try to avoid a double play here, Boo.
And ball four, 2 aboard.
So now he's got 2 runners on after that walk, and things can get out of hand in a hurry in these situations, so he's going to have to find a way to get back into the strike zone.
Here's Nolan Gorman. He's 0 for 1. Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. Kelnick on the move, heading back. Pulls it in on the warning track. Runner tags at second, and he's in safely at third with 1 out. Here's Nolan Arenado.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boog.
Runner on the go. Rip it to the bag himself and doubles him off. The Cardinals still knotted at 0. And we're back. Bottom of the 4th. Now the left fielder, Marcell Ozuna. To third, Arenado. Slings it across. 1 out in the bottom of the 4th.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Here's Matt Olson down. His first time up. Just missed.
1-0.
Outside low, and the count is 2-0.
2-0 count, great hitter at the dish. If you're going to miss, you've got to miss outside the zone. You miss inside the strike zone, you'll be asking the umpire for a new baseball.
Could be extra bases. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. The throw in, and that's a 2-bagger.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. When you see a ball come off the bat like that, you know it was pretty much a perfect swing. And for me, I start wondering, and I'm looking on the computer, what was the exit velocity? This time 106. Now let's see if they can put up the first run of the game.
Well, here comes Ozzie Albies to the dish. Doubled his first time up. In there at the knees. It's 0-1. And that drops in for a strike.
Well, he didn't like those first 2 pitches. Now in an 0-2 hole. He's going to have to battle. Hope he gets a mistake.
Man at second. On the ground, right side. And he takes it himself for the out.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
Scoring position. So now to the plate for Atlanta. Michael Harris the second. Fly to left his first time. Right field. That one's back there. Gone. His fourth home run of the season. It's 2-0. Listen to these fans.
This place is absolutely buzzing right now. You can feel the energy all the way up here in our broadcast booth. Breaking ball on the inside part of the plate requires a hitter to stay really square with his mechanics. If you fly open with the front shoulder, there's no way you keep that ball fair. An outstanding job mechanically. He deserves that home run.
Murphy in the box now as he looks at ball one. Second plate appearance of the day for him. 2 out, space is empty. Can't glove it cleanly. Gets off a throw. Misplay doesn't cost him. Inning over. Braves pick up 2 on the long ball. It's now a 2-0 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. And welcome back to the ballpark. Ready now for the 5th inning. Here's the Cardinal DH, Alec Burleson. Blew it back to work. That one's upstairs, ball one.
You know, these Cardinals, to put it bluntly, need to put together more competitive at-bats, and I don't think they've lived up to their own expectations at the plate. They haven't run a single count full in this ball game, and that's just wild to me. That stat alone shows they're making it way too easy to get them out.
And that one fouled off. Fouls one off. 2-2. That one just misses.
Now in this 3-ball count, down in the ball game, you've got to be very selective. Take your walk if they'll give it to you.
That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Pretty good spot on the outside, but just couldn't quite clip the zone. That's a stone-cold take.
Yeah, the batter now, Jordan Walker. That one's in there. Strike one.
Good approach right there. You want to get something just a little higher that you can elevate. Stay out of that double play.
Turned on, but foul wide of third. Burleson on at first. Nobody out. And that just misses.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss, and he got him. That K is his 3rd of the game.
And he'll be beating himself up on the way back to the dugout. Got a pitch to hit and just couldn't get to it. I think that slider really caught way more of the plate than it was supposed to.
Runner on the go. Swing and a miss. Throw to second, tag, and they got him.
Well, I really didn't expect him to try to steal second base because he had a very standard lead at best. If you're going to try to get there safely, you've got to get more on that lead. You've got to get a better jump. That was the difference between being safe and out.
0-1 now.
Ball. 1 ball, 1 strike.
2 down, nobody on. And we're at the top of the 5th. Sliced hard but foul. Outside with a breaking ball.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
And down on strikes. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. Still after 5. It's the Braves 2 and the Cardinals nothing. Back here in Atlanta, bottom of the inning. Now in for the Braves, Jared Kelnick. And that is out of play.
It's favorable to have a fairly quick inning here with 2 of the 3 hitters he's set to face batting from the left side, same side he throws from.
And he grounds one to the right side. Gorman to first, and the leadoff hitter retired in the 5th. Orlando Arcia next up for the Braves. Fly to left his first time. That's through there for a strike.
No ball, 1 strike.
On the outside corner, 0-2. Swings and misses at the breaking ball in the dirt. Gets to it onto first. Out on the drop, 3rd strike, 2 gone.
You hear people talk about letting the ball travel so often in terms of a hitting approach, and that's a great example why right there. If he's willing to let that curveball get a little deeper into the zone, way more likely to recognize that it's making a beeline for the dirt. On the other side, still a nice 2-strike pitch, though.
Verdugo lays off down low as he digs in for the 3rd time. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Nootbaar on the move. Makes the grab, and that's the inning. Great to have you with us here on Jackie Robinson Day. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. Now up for St. Louis, Victor Scott. And that's a little bit high. Robinson Day, what comes to mind?
Courage. I think about what Jackie Robinson had to endure to be a Major League Baseball deal with in society, but also what he had to deal with in his own clubhouses. To be able to go out there and do that day in and day out, man, that just speaks courage to me.
And foul ball. The 1-2. Just misses the mark outside the zone. In the air out to center, and it falls. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Dominant performance for him today, Boog. Just 2 hits allowed so far, no runs across either, and he's had an answer for just about every hitter he's faced. So I don't think this hit is going to knock him off his stride too much.
Mason Wynn next up for the Cardinals. Grounded out his first time up. And there's a breaking ball that drops in there.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
Check swing. He went too far, and it's swings and lines a base hit into left field. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Well, I'm not saying that play was easy, but it was harder than it needed to be thanks to the bad jump. Those small moments can be costly.
Here comes the manager out of the Braves dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. Scott Blewett gives way, and that's an excellent job from the reliever in the starting role today. Gave him some length. Back with a new arm after this. Here comes a new arm for the Braves, Bryce Elder.
Still a lot of game left, and this game could go either way. So this is a big opportunity for him to get some important outs and try to help carry this lead into the later innings.
First and second, no outs. Lars Nootbaar getting ready to hit. 1 for 2. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. And another ball.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
And a foul ball makes the count 2-1. Swings through that one for strike 2. Elder fires. That's off the mark, and that's ball 3.
They tried to get him to go, chase the pitch down and away, but he wouldn't bite.
Wilson Contreras in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. And they're all loaded up.
Take it back.
Pretty much the last thing you want from your bullpen arms are free passes, especially in spots like this. Make the team earn their way on.
Here's Contreras now. Golden opportunity right here. Swing and a miss. That's strike 1.
The opportunity for a huge inning exists right here. Bases loaded, nobody out. But as a hitter, can't be over anchored. The wall. Make him come to you.
Oh. 1 and 2.
Scott at third. Wynn over at second. Nootbaar at first with no outs. On the ground. And it gets by him. One runs in. Another comes into. And it 2.
Big one there as he drives in a couple of runs. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for not time you can get him to find a hole.
Go ahead run on base. Nolan Gorman next up for the Cardinals. 0 for 2 in this one. First offering, and it just misses.
This hitter loves attacking the first pitch, so not giving him something to hit is a good move.
With the go-ahead run standing at second, and we're Tap foul at the plate.
Pretty good pitch to take a pass at in a 1-0 count. Just not able to square it up.
On the ground, could be two. Off balance feed, there's one. Relay to first, double play.
Oh man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Nolan Arenado, the next to hit. Swing. Makes the grab, and that's the third out. They get two and draw even again. 2-3-4 due up in the home half of the sixth. We are tied 2-2. Back at Truist Park, bottom of the sixth. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Austin Riley. In there at the knees. Strike one.
You know, these Braves finding ways to get on base, but they still need help driving them home. They only have one hit with runners in scoring opportunities. It's tough because those are moments you just can't get back.
There's a swing and a miss. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Kyle Leahy getting ready to go. Gray getting loose as well. Spoils a two-strike pitch, and he'll see another. And that's in the dirt. And the count 1-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He's notched 4 strikeouts now.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of the zone right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a Steven Matz departs, and a decent effort considering he's normally a reliever. Back with the new pitcher in a minute. Sonny Gray on a pitch out of the pen here.
Definitely a guy that pounds the strike zone, makes hitters earn their way on base, and rarely gets in trouble because of free passes.
Here comes Ozuna up to the plate. Swings through that one. Ozuna goes 6'1", 34-year-old vet, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. One down, base is empty. That one fouled off. Out towards left center. Nootbaar moves under it. Grab, 2 down. Here is Matt Olson. Got to be careful with this guy. He's got power. He can untie it with one swing. Swings and misses. 0-1.
This guy's usually not one to chase pitches off the plate, but he did there. We'll see if he can tighten up his zone a little bit.
2 down, nobody on.
1-1.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Swing and a miss. Got him to go up the ladder for the K. So they go quietly there. 7th inning coming up. We are tied 2-2. And we're back. And now the DH, Alec Burleson. In there at the knees.
0-1.
And ball one. Just missed. In the air, pretty deep out to center field. Nabs it, and there's one away. And now the right fielder, Jordan Walker, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Not close with that one. 1-0. Fought off foul.
Two balls, one strike.
Back to get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think the confidence level is raised right here.
And that one is downstairs. 3-1. Line drive caught.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, you feel like you've done everything right, but in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Pajes up for the third time and takes ball one. Pop foul. Two down, nobody on. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1, 2, 3. 3 up, 3 down for him there. 7th inning stretch time. We are tied 2-2. And welcome back to the ballpark. Ozzie Albies up to the plate. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
1-0.
Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. The 1-1. And a swing and a miss.
1-2.
Right side, hard hit. Contreras takes it himself, and the leadoff hitter set down to open the 7th. Michael Harris the second. Next up for the Braves. He's already homered in this game. Check swing, and he went. That's strike one.
One strike.
Inside, almost got him. Base is empty, one away. Here, the bottom of the 7th. Oh, that one almost gets him again. Now he breaks his bat. Scoops it up barehanded. The throw, and it's going to wind up out of play. Here's Sean Murphy. Off the mark there, and it's 1-0.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit, it's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
Right through there for a strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, that's fouled off.
Really going after him here. All fastballs to get ahead in the count.
Man at second. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. On to first, out. 2 away now after the drop third strike. And the runner stays where he is.
Big strikeout there as he works to strand that go-ahead run at second base. But job's not done yet. Got to get that last out before you can exhale and get back into the dugout. It's kind of tough to do with this home crowd applying so much pressure.
And next for Atlanta, Jared Kellner. That's off the inside corner. Ball 1. Fastball in the inside corner for a strike.
One way to make a guy real uncomfortable at the plate is pound him inside with good velocity. They're doing that right here.
That one ripped. Found ground. It's an automatic double. And a run comes in to score.
He puts a great swing on that pitch and drives home the run, and that was always going to be a double, but the bounce over the wall just took the guesswork out of it right away. It was a nice swing.
So runner at second, 2 down. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Orlando Arcia. That one inside, and that is ball 1. And a foul ball. Kellner stands at second with 2 gone. That one's in there. 1 and 2.
Probably the best one we have seen. Throwing it where he wanted to, have a nice tight spin to it, and a teaser just off the edge of the plate.
Man on second, 2 down. Cut on and lifted in the air. Nootbaar makes the catch. That is the inning. 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 left. 8th inning coming up. It's the Braves 3 and the Cardinals 2. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Dylan Lee.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
And stepping in for the Cardinals, Victor Scott.
Now, this guy, a player that, if he gets on base, has the ability to really be aggressive getting around the base paths.
First pitch, and he just misses. Movement in the Atlanta bullpen. Raisel Iglesias, the closer of the staff, is throwing. Looking to get the tying run on base. Late swing, foul to the left. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Trying to keep good speed off the bases.
Fouls it off. Still 1-2. And delivers outside. Threw it, and that's a strikeout.
Pretty big strikeout right there to start this 8th inning. Down 1. Any lead inning a bit more interesting. But now this offense has to switch from possibly trying to manufacture to string multiple hits together to get a run across the plate.
Mason Wynn now at the plate. Ground ball, Olsen. He steps on the back here in the top of the 8th.
That's why you hug the lines on the corners late in the ball game like this. Positioned perfectly.
Here's the left fielder, Lars Nootbaar. Clips the corner, and that's strike 1. And there's a foul ball. Got him. Rusty Valentine rings him up. Nothing doing there for St. Louis. They're down 3-2. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Verdugo stands in now, looks at that one inside. Next pitch is outside.
Nasty backdoor slider. There's really nothing you can do with that if you swing at it, so that's a good take by him.
Check swing called strike, and it's 2-1 now. Slider misses outside. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
So man aboard. Here's Austin Riley. Runner on the go. Foul ball there. Runner at first with no outs here. Runner goes again. Swing and a miss. Throw, and they got him.
Man, I see him trying to be aggressive right there late in this ball game, trying to add on to that lead. You know, I really like the thought, but it just didn't work out that time. Nice job by the defense right there to keep things right where they are in terms of the score.
Going 2 now. Line drive, and that's a around first, heading for 2. In safely. It's a double and his second hit.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. He got a pitch he could get to out front, kept his bat through the ball, and didn't pull off or roll his hands over. And that allowed him to rip that ball down the line for the double.
Here's Marcell Ozuna. 0 for 3 in this one. Check swing, no appeal, and that's ball 1. Riley, the runner at second with 1 away. Swing and a foul back. That's out of play.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
Here's a 1-1. And that's too high.
It's getting squeezed a little bit here late.
Right. One out and a runner at second. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. And that's down and away. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Man at second. Fouled off, and they'll do it again.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one. That's the one. When he elevates, hitters aren't touched it.
Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Fights it off. He'll see another.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
He goes down looking.
Really good battle. Pitch probably could have gone either way. He was hoping he'd get ball 4. Instead, the umpire rings him up for the backwards K.
And now Matt Olson up to hit. Got to be careful with a slugger like this because he can turn it into a 3-run game in the blink of an eye. Smash to the left side. Slings to first. Out number 3. So no runs in the inning despite the leadoff walk, and that does it. Through 8 full, it's the Braves 3 and the Cardinals 2. We're back, and on the mound is the closer, Raisel Iglesias.
And I can't imagine any save is an easy one. You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at-bats they can. So it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
Well, 1-run game. Wilson Contreras now up to the plate. There's the strike. 95 of that one.
And I know you want to be patient as a hitter, but you got to be ready to jump on the first thing straight. And he got one right there, but left the bat on his shoulder.
Just missed. Swings and misses. And it's 1-2.
He's gone off speed. He needs to elevate here with 2 strikes out of the zone.
Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. And a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th. So digging in, Nolan Gorman. Just missed. 1-run game here in the top of the 9th.
He doubled up on the off fastball, but he's working a little differently here.
He's in for a strike. Stays alive.
Well, this is a good time to step out of the box, take a deep breath, reset. A couple of change-ups. Probably won't see another one here.
Still 1-2. Crowd locked in right now. 1-run game here in the 9th. Pitch misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And there's a ball. Nolan Arenado in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. 3-2. And the tying run is on base.
Right there anyhow. If you're a base runner, you got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
1 down, runner at first. Now the third baseman, Nolan Arenado. First pitch misses.
1 ball, no strike.
And that is out of play. Runner takes off. Pitch in for a strike. Throw to second. Tag. Out at second.
Well, that's just a good baseball play right there. I mean, pretty good jump off the pitcher, I'd say, and good catch and throw by the catcher. And I think if you did that 10 times, half the time the guy might be safe. The other half, probably out.
1 strike away.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
Headed towards the corner, and that's a foul ball. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. Throw to first. In time, ball. Out ends it.
I don't care if you're a top team or you're a middle of the pack team. Every ball club wants to be dominant at home. Winning a game like this just helps to boost the confidence and makes you look forward to coming out again for the next one.
3-2 the final score. They hang on to win it by a run. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.